If on Monday morning you feel that you missed out a great potential in Yes Bank, probably that's because you delayed or you could not find me at right time. So please don't delay it anymore. How many of you believe in this specialization? So here, if you are the first timer on Yes Bank, the first thing you should do is subscribe this channel, because we are specialized in Yes Bank. I covered Yes Bank 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and I spoke and declared that Yes Bank is going to be a bigger bet, a very big bet, bet, and a multi-bagger for next few years. Many of you have not watched it, I know, because the number speaks for itself, but please do not delay it anymore. That's because you don't have time. I am investing my own money in Yes Bank, therefore I keep a touch with the Yes Bank saga all the time. And there are few other stocks, or in fact one sector I always talk is IT. IT is close to my heart because I work in the IT sector. That's why I only talk about two sectors, IT and banking at the moment. So there I'm trying to find some of these multi-bagger for few years, and Yes Bank is one of them. As I said in my earlier video, you don't lose anything on subscribing my channel, but potentially you will lose on important informations. Having said that, I'm pretty sure you all have seen, watched, tracked Yes Bank numbers yesterday. So today I will not just talk about the numbers, I will also talk about some major factors which are transforming the Yes Bank story. So the first point, and in fact there are 6 reasons I will give you to trust on the Yes Bank story. And as I said, stock market is always a risky bet, so please use your own mind before investing that. I am just giving you some of the pointers which are helping me to make that decision. So the first point is, you talk about the industry. If you are in a troubled industry, for example, if you are in an infra segment, you have seen GVK falling, you have seen infra, Reliance, a lot of companies struggled in that sector, power sector companies. So there was a structural problem with that sector. But banking has no such problem, because banking is the backbone of any economy. Therefore, if you think that Yes Bank being in the banking sector is going to make a big name, or is already a big name, that's not a big surprise. Because if you look at 5-6 top private sector banks, Yes Bank probably will fall into 4th or 5th number. There are HDFC, ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, Kotak Mahindra, IndusInd and Yes Bank. Okay, these are sizable banks. Then we have maybe Bandhan Bank or Federal Bank, like these items. These are smaller banks. So there is no such problem with the particular banking industry. The second is, how future ready is your bank? Please believe me, look at Yes Bank's digital competency. I think they control about 40-45% of UPI transactions, or in fact they process 40-45% of UPI transactions on their platform. They were the first company who came up with API first strategy, and that strategy allows all the payment banks, or all the third parties to integrate their APIs with the Yes Bank interfaces. So because of that, it's a big ecosystem within the digital banking system itself. If you were to do a similar comparison, you would have seen how HDFC customers have struggled in the digital banking space. Not only that, Yes Bank is going one step ahead with credit underwriting in digital form. Now, the next point is new management and improved transparency. For any company, management is the most important thing, and management supporting transparency is cherry on the top. So with RBI supervision, the backing of HDFC, Axis Bank, ICICI Bank, because they all pumped up their own money into rescuing Yes Bank, and also government intending to save this bank, I'm pretty sure you will rely on whatever coming from the management commentary now. The earlier problem we had seen in Yes Bank was nobody was trusting this that management led by Rana Kapoor. We were not sure what is hidden, what is already disclosed, how much dirt is still there which is not disclosed. So please remember, new management is very supportive, and how new management contributes to the success of the company. Look at two cases. One, Infosys. If you remember, Infosys in 2016-17, after Vishal Sikka's exit, Infosys was struggling with the management, and their share prices were underperforming market big time. Now the Infosys is altogether in a different trajectory. So the next point is customer trust. For banking industry, customer trust is most important. So as a customer, I am saving my hard-earned money in a bank. If I don't trust the bank, I will withdraw my whole money. Likewise, all the customers. So for any bank, that customer trust is very important, that his money is safe. And if you see some numbers from the deposit side and from the CASA side, you will wonder that bank has already stabilized at 1,60,000 crore numbers already, and it is doing better than that every quarter now. So they have the deposits growing by significant a decent number, right? So every quarter they have 2.2% quarter on quarter growth, which they have said this time. So that is very important, that is quarter on quarter deposit growth, as well as quarter on quarter CASA ratio is also going up. It is at 27% right now, which was 26% in FY21. Then comes the investor trust. So for investor, it is very important that you come clean on the dirt. Once you have disclose everything from your side, it will be punished by the stock market, the shareholder, everybody. But once it is accepted, nobody really bothers about these numbers. That's why it is very important that investors really trust on that. And so investors trust or customers trust is very important factor, and new management with the focus in transparency is really bringing that back. The last but not least is NPA. If you look at the NPA, they have huge NPA right now, which is about 15%, which is gross NPA at that level. If you see quarter on quarter, it is a decline marginally, but it is still not enough. Okay, so it is important that market has accepted the NPA, and any improvement is a better thing for the bank. That's why NPA, if there is no fresh slippages, as it is very important also to know that because of the pandemic, we will have new NPAs. So bank is adequately provisioning for those new provisions. Therefore, I think the existing NPA does not really make much sense, because already the stock has come down heavily. So what else you want? So that NPA story is gone. That's an old story now. The only thing we would want to say is how quickly their asset quality improves. That's very important. To give us confidence, we must track the numbers, and these numbers speak for itself. If you look at it, they have come up with 207 crore net profit, which is highest since their December 2018. And we already have heard a lot on this, 4 times their profit is really 4 times. And their provisions are lower by 87% quarter on quarter, and it is lowest since 2018. You would have seen that the gross NPA is at 15.6%, lower by 100 crore, which is very significant improvement. Overdue book is reduced by this much over there, and the momentum in recoveries continues with 602 crore of cash recoveries in Q1 FY22. And as I said, the CASA ratio, customer deposits, that's very important, as well as the retail advances. Why is retail advances? Because the new management came up with a new strategy that they said they will not lend to corporate customers all the time. They would rather rely on MSMEs and retail customers, because that's the creamy layer, and it is easier to get the money back from these smaller customers. And then they also came up with the strategy to lend around 10% to the corporate side. So what we see is that retail advances already crossed this much crore, which is 50,000 crore mark, and corporate mix is about 53 to 47, and that's very important key matrices over there. And as I said, CASA ratio is already improving, and also the customer ratio, customer deposits are also improving. We have already spoken about this, that how their retail and MSME versus the corporate mix is playing out right now. This is very important. And they have also said that they are recovering very well. So whatever provisions they have done earlier, they had done this extra provisioning, but now that extra provisioning is helping them really well. So this was about the whole number game. And I also spoke about beyond number management, NPAs, all of that, how is that playing out. Now going forward, I would tell you, we need to keep this in check and continue monitoring this. I am very optimistic about Yes Bank being the largest, one of the large private sector bank. This is going to grow very well. There is no reason this bank will ever fall. So it is just the matter how long it takes, as I said that. So we keep the track on Yes Bank, and if you are still not convinced to join my channel, probably I need to improve on something. Please do write me those improvements, what you want to see. I will see you in my next video with the next topic, and also some of the stocks in the IT sector which I closely follow all the time. If you are somebody who follows IT sector, don't miss out on those as well. So I see you in the next video. Stay connected, stay safe, and take care.